Hi everybody, all 6 of you, as I say. Might be more than 4 now, might be 6. Uh, a friend of mine gave me an idea, I think, or did I think this up by myself? Uh, no, I think she gave it to me. Just kind of like the junk that's, yeah, because I was talking about as I was trying to push the monitor away from me to give a little more room to work with, because I was going to do some manipulation of things. As I pushed it away, stuff fell, and no, still haven't gotten back there to see what in the world fell, so I don't know what I'm missing, but it can't be that important. But anyway, it became clear to me that these tables here, like I say, I can put horizontal, I can and do put horizontal junk on, or horizontal junk. I can and do put junk on every horizontal surface that there is. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I'm a pack rat necessarily. I don't stack up newspapers from 5 years ago and have them lined up and down the hallway. But seriously, horizontal surfaces, they cringe when I'm around because they know that I'm going to be carrying something and I'm going to just set it down on there. I don't have a shelf or a drawer or a box that it goes in. It just goes right there on the horizontal shelf. On the horizontal table or whatever. And I mean horizontal anything. Even anything horizontal. If it'll stay there, I put it there. Yeah. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna and I haven't put any props out here. This is just all the stuff that's here every day. And I thought, well, could this make a video? I thought, I bet it can. I bet it can. So we'll do a little housekeeping stuff. That's Dire Straits. Why? Whoa, is it Why Worry? Is it brother? Oh, it's Brothers in Arms. I messed up. See, I had Back to You, Selena Gomez. I had it up there, and I was fooling around with lighting, and I just noticed that the song was a little bit too busy, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to just chicken out, and rather than trying to do something different, I'm just going to go back to what I've used before, which is Dire Straits' Why Worry. But if this loops properly, I think it will. This is going to be Brothers in Arms, which I didn't intend to do, but it'll work out okay. It's still got Mark Knopfler on guitar, and how can you go wrong with that? And I had this on for a few reps while I've been trying to clear a path here and get myself some water to drink, because my voice is really bothering me a lot more lately even than usual, and it's been bothering me for months. Kind of gravelly, and it cracks on me, not so much when I come down, but when I lift up, it cracks. Bugs, and that's just talking. Forget singing. I can't even begin to do that, but even talking, it cracks on the way up. and also it hurts. And that's been for months and months and months. Before the zombie apocalypse, it was the case. And I had another great friend of mine tell me, because I said something about him, I have to get that camera stuck down my throat. That's the next, because she's like, well, what's the next step? You did this, you took this medicine. So what does the doctor say the next step is? I said, well, the next step is I go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist, and they put a camera down my throat and take a look, and see what's going on. And she's like, okay, do that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really loving the idea of getting knocked out again and getting a camera stuck down my throat. And she's like, don't be a baby, do it. So I did it. I've told the story before, so I'm trying to tell it fast. I made an appointment with the ear, nose, and throat guy. I did. Not with him. I didn't talk to the doctor, of course. I talked to the front desk. I made an appointment, like Friday, 1 o'clock. And then several days later, I called back to that same phone number on my phone, and I confirmed that appointment. I said, do you have me there? And they looked, yep, we got you, 1 o'clock Friday. And I'm like, Friday the 17th or something? They're like, yep. Great. So on Friday the 17th, I go driving over there. I went all over there, parked my car, walked in there to the desk of the ear, nose, and throat specialist's office. It says it's the right place. It's not a nail salon or something. It's the right place. And they don't have me on their computer at all. They don't tell me, oh, you should have been here yesterday. It was actually a Thursday. Or they don't say, oh, you got the wrong Friday. It's actually next Friday at 1 o'clock, or it was last Friday at 1 o'clock. None of that. They have no record that I've ever existed. And I'm like, you dummy. Oh, God, damn it. I confirmed the appointment. I shouldn't have had to do that. I hate doing other people's jobs for them. I'm always doing other people's jobs for them because nobody can do their job right. Present company excluded, of course. You guys are great. But everybody else, no, idiots. The world's full of idiots. It is. So yeah, so they screwed that up completely. And so then before I could get around, and they said, well, do you want to make another appointment now? I'm like, well, not so much. I'm going to have my phone there with me, so I had my calendar, but I'm like, nah, let me give some thought to this. And so I left without making an appointment. And then, like the week or two later, before I got around to it again, the zombie apocalypse blew up, and they weren't doing, elective stuff like this. And even if they were, I didn't want to go over there and, get knocked out and have, hardware put down my throat into my, well, not my lungs, they were just looking at my larynx. But anyway, I didn't want to do that during a zombie apocalypse when everybody's worried about getting COVID-19, right? So I'm like, nope, screw that. So I haven't done that. So let me get rid of one of my things that I do have sitting here, and that's this. And I got to remember to bring everything up here so you can see it. This is Walgreens' version of what I call a Cepacol. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Chloroseptic. I'm like, that doesn't look right. It's hard to read. It's tiny little white on blue. And there's no light in here. But anyway, Chloroseptic. Yes, this is Walgreens' version of Chloroseptic. I'm pretty sure that stuff used to say 5 sprays, and then gargle with it as best you can until you almost choke on it, and then spit it out. I'm pretty sure that used to be the instructions. Now it says 1 spray, and then, I don't know, swallow it? I don't know what the directions are because I don't pay any attention to them. I do 5 sprays, and then I spit it out. I'm not doing 1 spray. No. If some is good, more is better. I'm doing 5. I want some pain relief when this thing is hurting, and I know it only lasts 10 or 15 minutes. I know that. But sometimes if I'm trying to go to sleep and this is bothering me, that 15 minutes, I might fall asleep. I might get lucky, right? Sorry, I'm looking at the camera a little bit more. I'm bad at that. Let me move this up a little bit higher. By a little bit, I mean a lot higher. Yeah, okay, and then put that back. There, okay. That'll help me look into the camera more. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to try to get rid of things as I got another table over here. Horizontal surface. It's in danger now because here comes a bunch of crap. But I'm going to try to move things over there so I, have a little bit more room and I can keep track of what I've showed you and what I haven't, because otherwise I'll pick something up again. Okay, so right here in front of me, these are in my way, so let's get rid of these. Here's 4. This just to give you an idea of the variety of crap that I have here. This may get crazy long. Here's, you know what the problem is going to be? I'm going to be touching this table all the time. I'm sorry. I'll be touching this table. I'm going to try to do it gently because when I touch the table, it shakes the camera. Oh, okay, I didn't finish housekeeping. It's daytime, which is unusual. It's 5:30. And I have Don over there. Another great new friend of mine who's hilarious. I had John Wick up there. And she's seen all the John Wick movies, and I had it balanced up there, and it stayed for long enough for me to get back into this chair, and then it went boom, and it just destroyed this HDMI cable, And she said something about, well, did the HDMI cable do something to its dog? Because it killed the hell out of that HDMI cable. So I put Don up here this time. If you can see him, turn the right way. That's Don. I know there's not much light on him, and I can fix that because I got a flashlight here too. Because there, it's not the world's. Oh, don't do that, stupid thing. There, that's too much light anyway. But anyway, that's Don and his iconic cat. There's just no way to do. Well, yeah, there is a way. I could put a Kleenex over it or something, but I don't have one handy now. Should have, but anyway, that's Don and his iconic Cadillac convertible over there. I should have lit this. Yeah. If I was better at this, I would have found a Kleenex or a paper towel, put it over here with the rubber band around it, lit this thing up, right? And then left it sitting back there on this table. Don't do the flashy thing. It's not an emergency. Stupid light. There, I could have left it there like that, except with a that'd have been really, yeah, with a Kleenex on it. I should have done that. I should shoot this again. Except I'm 9 minutes into it. Of course, what have I accomplished? Nothing. But anyway, I got this flashlight here. It's something else. It was always here. But the reason I knew where it was to grab it right now is because we had a power failure about 5 days ago, something like that. And I was actually on a stream with a good friend of mine, and I even warned her ahead of time, although I didn't think I was meaning it. I said something like, I may just disappear, so apologies in advance, because we got, I'm looking at the map on my iPad. It's this, the weather radar. It's a huge storm. Well, sure enough, about 15 minutes after I say that, boom, big lightning, and then all the power goes out. And I've got an uninterruptible power supply, but it only runs about 20 minutes and only runs a few things. It kept the Wi-Fi running, and it kept one computer and one screen running long enough to where I could make a desperate, graceful exit and say, I got to go. My power's out, and I didn't know I had 20 minutes. I thought I could quit any second now. So I got out of there, and then started looking for flashlights. So I found several flashlights because I didn't know how long I was going to be stuck without power. It lasted about 2 hours. So anyway, while we're on flashlights, on this desk, no kidding, is this. This is a wind-up flashlight, Energizer. I don't know if I got this free for something, but anyway, I did it again. I'm sorry, I got to stay up here. You unfold this thing out of this little thing, and then you wind it, right? And that gives it its power. And then let me put the handle back where it goes, if I can quickly. There. Okay. And then you push this button here, and there you go. Now you got flashlight. And I don't know how long it lasts, but it lasts infinitely because you can just keep winding it. So I had a hold of this, and I had a hold of the other one, which takes batteries, and I was ready for the power failure. I can't do anything. I can't even read a book because the book's on my iPad. Wait a minute. Oh, I could have done that. Yeah. The iPad had 88% battery power, so yeah, I wouldn't have needed a flashlight for it. It lights itself, so yeah, I could have read a book. But instead, I just puttered around, and 2 hours seemed to go pretty fast. Anyway, did I grab these yet? No, I didn't. I guess I did the flashlights. Here's 4 magazines of AR-15 ammo, and they are all. Oh no, they're not. None of them are green tip. Look, see? Right? Yeah, none of them are green tip. So that's why, because these all 4, I took them out of my case when I was thought I might use it for something, and I didn't. But anyway, these would be in my case because these are safe to use at the range. They won't bitch about them, and they won't take their magnets and find out, oh, those are steel core. Those will go through the back of our reflection thing, and you can't use it because it'll never stop. It'll go around the world twice, before it ever stops. So you can't use those. You got to use lead like these. So anyway, get rid of those. They're on here too. And let's see what else we got. Oh, plenty, believe me. This is my dad's challenge coin. I think I showed this before. Did I finish? No, guys, put it over there. Did I finish my housekeeping? Yeah. I was going to say about good friends of mine. I always say this. I never really know whether it's a shout out or whether I'm ratting them out or calling them out because I'm not sure whether they want to have their name associated with any of this foolishness. So I try to err on the side of not saying anything, and then if they tell me later on, oh, you can give me a shout out for that, then I do in the next one, or I change the description to at least mention their name or something like that. But so far, I think I'm just going to keep it low key. So I'll just say another good friend of mine, as far as hair, I used to complain for weeks now, right? I've been complaining because I haven't gotten a haircut since the zombie apocalypse, believe it or not. And but I had one scheduled. I talked the girl that cuts my hair. She's been cutting my hair for like 5 years. I talked her into meeting me. It was going to be a big production. Lock the door after I come in. Only one person there at a time. It's all sanitized. And then when she gets done with me, she sets fire to her chair and orders another one or whatever. It's a big damn deal. But she was going to do it for me. Cut my hair. So I was talking to my friend, and streamer friend, great friend. No, she's a friend before she was a streamer. She's a great friend of mine. And she says, no, don't do it. Don't cut your hair. It looks better longer. Leave it alone. Don't you dare cut your hair. And, so I didn't. I think I mentioned this in another video real recently. I think I said, if you happen to have some beautiful young woman in your life in any fashion, and they give you some advice on something like that, take it. Take the advice. It's gold. Right? Okay. So, a few of these things I touched before, so I'm not going to grab them again. I'm going to do it just to say I'm not going to do it. This is a clown nose. So, But anyway, I'm trying not to grab the stuff I've grabbed before. This is a solid silver Canadian maple, and the reflection is going to be bad. 'Cause I don't know what I can show you. This is the maple leaf. See, it's so beautifully silver, but the detail on the veins in that maple leaf are incredible. And that's inside this case. And this case is not made for viewing. It's just made to protect it from my fingers and protect it from getting scratched up. If you really wanted to see it, let's just do it. What in the world? Oh, there it is. My knife has got to be on me. So this knife's going to come up again in one of my stories, I think. Yeah, it is, because I see the thing over there. So I'm going to get this thing open. I'm not going to take any time. Sorry. I got it. I promise. Okay, there it is. Yeah. I really shouldn't touch it with my hands, but you only live once, right? So I want to show it to you. There. Okay, so now here it is out in the open. And the bust here is proof, beautiful. There's frosting on this part of it here, but it's still so shiny that even with this low light, it's blinding us. And then on the other side, I'm trying to only touch the sides, is the maple leaf. There, maybe that'll do it. How about that? That won't focus now. Shit, because it's too close. But anyway, the detail on the veins in the maple leaf there are amazing. And it is solid silver. I love this thing. And like I said, I put it in this case just to protect it from scratches and protect it from my fingerprints and oils and things. It's not really made for viewing through it, because the case gets scratched up. It's a cheap plastic case, It's not glass. If it was glass, that'd be different, because the glass wouldn't scratch every time you look at it. It scratches if it's plastic, but not glass. But this is plastic, so I would say don't look at it through the glass. I mean, through the plastic. Okay. Put my knife back for a second until we get to I see what I'm going to use it for. More stuff. This thing here. Good idea in principle, didn't work out. It has a lightning connector on the front of it, and you stick it in your phone. And I was just talking to Rebecca Monroy about this yesterday or something, because it's got like 128 gig or a lot of memory in here. And so you stick it in there, and then you download some free app on your device that you've stuck this into, and they work together. And it says, what do you want to do? Do you want to move them all? Do you want to copy them all? What do you want to do? Or do you want to view, if they're already on here, do you want to view your whatever, pictures, videos, whatever? And then the other end of it, you see, is regular USB. So that'd be cool. You could put them all on here from your phone, take them off your phone so they're not there anymore, and then if you didn't trust this thing to last very long, you plug it into your computer and dump them onto an extra drive, D drive or an E drive or something on your computer, and then you still got this too. You put this in a safe deposit box or something, and then you got them on your D drive, and you won't lose them both at the same time. The bank will not burn down on the same day that your hard drive crashes. One or the other happens, you've got your other backup. But it didn't work, and that's because the port on my damn phone it just doesn't work sometimes, and I keep blaming these cables. And like I say, I've got cables. I got every kind of cable there is. I got 75 cables. I got 75 cables here in this house, and every kind of cable you could possibly want. And if you think you got an obscure one, just tell me, and I'll tell you I got it, and I'll show you a picture of it. Fiber optic digital audio, got one. Coaxial digital audio, got one. RGB HV, red, green, blue, and horizontal, vertical, got that. Whatever it is, I got it. But anyway, the plug is bad. So this thing, so the cables don't always go in. They go in and they make that little ding sound like they're charging, and then they quit. So then I push around on them, and then they work for a few minutes. But I can't leave them plugged in overnight because I can't trust it, because it quits charging all the time. So this one wouldn't even actuate. It kept saying, stick the thing in. It's like, it's in. So I have a... here it is. Do I have enough wire to get it up? I don't have enough wire to bring it. Yeah, I do. Oh, well, I do now because I unplugged it. Oops. Anyway, this guy here is a charging platform for wireless charging. Let's see, I unplugged it. So I'm in trouble now. I'll plug this back in and it'll work. But anyway, this guy here I have on my desk all the time, and I can lay my phone on it, and it'll charge because I'm not trusting that stupid port on the lightning connector, and I'm not going to replace the phone for it, so screw that. Okay, so that's this thing. Put it over there. Yeah, this is going to run. We're 20 minutes, so we got plenty of stuff here. So I'm sorry if you're not interested in this at all. I'm trying to make it interesting, tell a little story about something, if there is a story about it. This where I can use this stuff here. Maybe. I don't have a story for it though, other than I use it for insulation. But it's here, so I want to go through it. It's these guys. They are insulating. They're sonic insulators, right? They're squeezy foam of some kind. They're yay big, and I got a bunch of them, and I've got many more than these, but they're in use because, for instance, I've got a subwoofer over there that, for my own convenience of getting at it, I didn't set it on the floor on the carpet. I set it on a glass table. Well, I can't have a subwoofer sitting on a glass table. Sound-wise, it's bad. So I have 4 of these underneath the subwoofer, making a complete floor for it to sit on, and then that floor of these things sits on the glass table. So I get my audio insulation like I want, and I use them for other things like that to insulate sound, or they're just handy for other things. But anyway, so that's what these are. Not very much interesting story there. This might be a little bit more interesting story. Here's some bubble wrap. I went to the post office twice yesterday. Twice. Because I had 2 different things to mail. And I could have done it in one trip, but it's complicated. But anyway, I had 2 trips. So I went once, and that actually went okay. No, I went 3 times to the post office. Yeah, that's what the problem was. Went once, and the first first shipment went okay. Second shipment, I was going to do it, and I didn't have this yet. I didn't need it. I kind of thought I had enough packing crap in there, so I went with it. But I had a label that I wanted to tape onto where it says 2. I had it all printed up. And they wouldn't let me use, a couple inches of Scotch tape to tape the damn thing on there. So I drive all the way home to get tape to tape the thing up. And so I'm pissed already. And so when I came home, since I'm home here anyway, I grabbed a roll of this bubble wrap. And I thought, oh, well, if I'm doing, since I'm home here anyway, I'll wrap it up a little bit better. I think it's fine, but, it could be more fine, perhaps. But I don't know if you're familiar with using this stuff much. It's hard. See, I just broke one. Broke 2. It's hard to tear well with just your bare hands. It tears crooked, and each one of these things is a separate bubble, and you're breaking the bubbles, so I didn't want that. So I unrolled it to the length that I wanted, about 1.5 foot of it or so, and I thought, that's going to be enough to cover these items that I wanted. And then I reached back here like I would always, and I pull this guy out, and I do like this, and I just went slash like that, just that fast, and just cut that thing completely off. It was done. I closed this thing up, put it back in my pocket, and carried on with my wrapping. But the post office people were kind of wound up about that whole process. The part where I'm standing there messing with this stuff, and then all of a sudden I go, hey, all right, now I'm going to cut it. And I didn't cut it slow like that. I just went choom and cut it, and then I put this away. And they're all pissed. And I was in no mood to be pissed. And I'm not about to lose an argument to a postal worker. No. So I said, look, there's only 2 ways to cut this stuff. A knife or a pair of scissors. If you got some third way, like a chainsaw, tell me about it, but let's eliminate the chainsaw. So there's only 2 ways to cut it. And I'll assure you that a pair of scissors is no more safe than a knife. They're both dangerous if used improperly, and they're both really handy if used properly. I used that one properly, and I cut my damn stuff here. And by the way, I'm here again because you wouldn't let me use your stupid Scotch tape. So I said, just shut up and go back over there and sell stamps and stay out of my business. And they did. So, but I think I almost got arrested, and that would have been a federal, post office is federal, so that might have been interesting. But what's the song? I don't give a fuck? I don't. I've said it many times. when I get involved in situations, you know, and my sister or my mom is giving me crap about, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that, and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I said, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know, if we want all the police helicopters and we'll be on the nightly news, that's fine. We'll all be on the nightly news. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to lose an argument to a postal worker about how I cut that stuff. No. Okay, next thing. At least there's a story about that. Next thing. Got a Sharpie here, red Sharpie, but no cap. So, it's probably, let's see, mark it back. Oh, look at that. It still works. Yeah. Huh. So it's still got enough. So that means I better keep an eye on this. I'm going to put it over here, but I'm going to try to remember, since it did that. It can come off. Oh, no, it's not. It's permanent. Okay, well, now I got a tattoo. But anyway, I got to find something to cover that thing up. So, because apparently it hasn't dried out yet, so that's good stuff. All right, something else. No, something with a story. Yeah. This is gonna be a story. I'm gonna go ahead and show this on camera. It came out of my gun safe a while back, but it's been up here for a while, rattling around. I don't know why, but it has been, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I could put it back in a safe. I think I'm just gonna run over with a bulldozer or something. It's a Swarovski thing, and let me show it to you. I got it for a live-in girlfriend at the time, who between the time I bought this for her and had it saved up for like her birthday, which was coming up in about 5 or 6 weeks, between the time I bought it ahead of her birthday to have it and her birthday, she broke up with me, so she didn't get this. So anyway, yeah, she was crazy about me until she wasn't. So that's how relationships go, and that's why I'm kind of done with them. But anyway, here's the thing. It's Swarovski crystal, and where's a flashlight? I just had it. Hang on. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Not the blinky thing. Don't do that. There we go. That's too much. Okay, how about that? Yeah. So anyway, it's really, leaded crystal, and it's really nice. I think. It's a male and female bear, obviously, and the male bear is got one red rose, offering it to the female bear. And like I said, it's a beautiful piece. It's it's not cut glass. I was afraid if I didn't have any light on it, it might look like it was just cut glass. But no, that's too much. But anyway, it's crystal, so it's pretty nice. I like it, and I'm gonna hate to throw it away or something. But there's no one I would give it to. I don't expect there's ever going to be anybody I'm going to give it to. I know that's, as they say, just James Bond movie says, never say never, right? But, relationships just work, and I'm the last couple, and I've been in quite a few, and they've gone fine, actually. But my last two, the divorce and then the rebound girl, went badly, and so they're the most two recent ones, and so they're sticking in my head, and I'm like, nah, I think I'm done with that. Okay, what else we got? Oh, there's a box for that. Put that away. This thing, but it doesn't have a story. It's a screwdriver. I'll do it real quickly. You pull it apart, and you can turn it around, right, and put it back in, and then also each of these two things. This is a Phillips. You can pull it out and turn it around, and it's flathead on the other side, and you put it back in. So this is a big Phillips. Sorry, this is a big flathead and a big Phillips, and then on the other side is the same thing, except it's just small Phillips and a small flathead. So you have 4 screwdrivers here, and when you get the one you want, you just stick it back in here and lock it, and it's so handy. And I cannot tell you. Well, I can tell you. I have 3 toolboxes. 3 toolboxes full of all kinds of tools. And yes, some of them are hammers and wrenches and socket sets and stuff, but there's a lot of screwdrivers in there, all different sizes, all different lengths. And this thing right here takes care of so many jobs that I don't even need the toolboxes, at least not for screwdriving. Okay, sorry, that was boring. This is laying right here. It is a I've got not YouTube, a Instagram video on this thing. It's a laser. Is bright, right? It'll carry. How can I show you? Oh, well, let me hit Don with it there. Hey, Don, here you go. There. So I'm hitting Don with it. But anyway, it'll carry. That laser will carry 5 miles. I know she said to leave her hair long, but I'm sorry. I don't think it looks very good, but I tried. Anyway, laser carries 5 miles, and I'll shout out here Kristen of Sunny Black Media. The other evening, she was talking to me about, I forget how we got on this subject, but I said, yeah, I bought this. I guess we were talking about stupid stuff you buy at 3 a.m. off of Instagram, which is probably where I bought this. And it's like, yeah, I bought this laser, that shoots 5 miles. And, and the other thing I said, although I'm not sure this is right, I think I got bait and switched on it, is that the laser pointer they use in the boardrooms and, classrooms is 5 milliwatts. 5 milliwatts. This one is supposed to be 6,000 milliwatts. I don't think it is. I think somewhere along the line between the purchase or something, they changed the laws in the United States where you can't get a 6,000 milliwatt. And I can see why. I mean, if this is only maybe 3,000 milliwatts and it'll carry 5 miles like that, if you had one that could carry 6 or that was 6,000 milliwatts, you could shoot it in an airplane at 30,000 feet and hit the pilot in the eyes and blind him, and that kind of thing, and bring down a plane or something. You could do a lot of damage. Speaking of damage, yes, I forgot. I got to tell this story next time I talk to Kristen. Although I have to admit that God damn, this is going to be long. I'm sorry. I'll have to admit that I have bugs, or a bug here in the house. It is silverfish. There was a silverfish on the ceiling, and the ceiling is 9 feet tall. I can't reach them. Well, I mean, I can with a broom or something, but I couldn't reach it with my hands. Couldn't reach the 9-foot bug. So I thought, again, it's laying right here, so I just grabbed this laser and, zing, zapped that silverfish up there right where the wall meets the ceiling. That's where he was. And man, when I hit him with that laser, usually they're pretty slow or they don't even move at all most of the time. And I mean, they move sometimes because that's how they got there. But if you look at them, they're holding still. This one started moving a lot. He was very excited about that laser, and probably not in a good way. And I kept that laser on him as he moved back and forth, and then finally he just dropped. And they're not clumsy. They don't fall off the walls or fall off the ceilings. No, he was messed up. And he just dropped to the floor, and I went over to where he was when he fell onto the hard floor, and he looked pretty dead. He wasn't moving at all. And I went ahead and stepped on him, of course, but I think I killed him. I think I killed a silverfish with my laser. So I was telling Kristen that I can distract cats, from 5 miles away. You start moving this around on the floor or something, and the cats are all pawing away at it. So I can distract a herd of cats 5 miles away. That's the only thing I can think of that is useful for. Because she's like, well, why did you buy that? What is it for? And I'm like, why did I buy it? I don't know. I'm a guy and I'm an engineer. I bought it. Like a lot of things, I don't know when I'm going to need it, but when I need it, I'll know it and I'll have it. So, how long should I go? It's 33 minutes. There's still stuff everywhere. This is kind of cool. This is 10 ounces of silver. It's a silver bar, solid silver, 10 ounces. It says right on there, 10 troy ounces silver. It's got 3 little skulls and crossbones at the bottom of them, like pirate treasure, right? And you can see by these bubbles on the back, every one of them is different because they're hand poured. They're not stamped out by a machine. You see, these are rounded. They call them loaf because they're like a loaf of bread. And anyway, so I've got I got 3 or 4 of these, and I don't know. I just like them. They're just like pirate treasure with the skull and crossbones on the bottom. So anyway, that was not useful for anything except selling when silver gets to $30 an ounce or something, which it's not. Here this actually struck me as weird the other day when I came across it. Firecracker. It's a M150, and I don't think it's much of a big deal. When I was a kid, we used to talk about M80s. Oh, you got an M80. Like that was like a quarter stick of dynamite or something, and it's not. So this is, compared to an M80, this is an M150, so it's twice as big. It's still just a little bitty firecracker, although that has a very short fuse on it, so I better be ready to throw that thing. When I light it, throw it, because it's going to go bang. But I love fireworks. I love them. And I have messed with, and I actually have a Instagram on a fireworks display, which isn't half bad for amateur hour fireworks display. I think it came out okay, if you want to check it out. But anyway, I love fireworks. I buy them every year, and I spend too much money on fireworks because I get into places and I just start, I got to have one of those, I got to have that, I got to have that. And I come out of there with 2 big grocery bags full of fireworks, and I just love it. I love shooting them off. I just love blowing things up, I guess. So anyway, I'm not scared of them. People are like, oh, be careful, you're going to blow your finger off with that firecracker. It's like, pff, I bet not. So I'm not scared of fireworks. So speaking of which, these are right here next to them, smoke bombs. 10 of them, and actually this is kind of convenient. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, probably not, but here, this is the wick of one of them hanging out of the, can you see it? It's hanging out of the package. So I could light that wick outside the package, they'd all still be in the package, and then throw it. I wonder if all these would cook off, all 10 smoke bombs. And again, it's the kind of thing, I don't know why or when I would ever need 10 smoke bombs, but when I need 10 smoke bombs, I will have them, and they'll be right there. Okay, let's wind this down. We're at 36 minutes. I'm sorry. But it's just junk I have everywhere. And here's a case for my iPhone X. And it only, how that is. They only fit one every year. It's different, a little bit different size, a little bit different shape. The camera's in a different spot. Well, not so much the camera, well, sometimes, but the buttons for volume control and power, they always move those around every damn time they change them. So when I'm trying to do a screenshot, which is hold down this one and push the Siri button or the fingerprint button or the whatever, it's different on every device I've got. It drives me nuts. I try to take a screenshot of something, and I gotta practice it first. I do. I practice it once, and then like, okay, now I'm ready, because I'll hit one of those Instagram pictures that are that they disappear if you hit them wrong. You only get to see them once, so I take a screenshot of it. So I'm like, haha, got it now. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. Blu-ray version of Justified, final season, Blu-ray. This is back when we used to have DVDs, right? So this has got to be ancient. Was this 5 years old? So I've had this thing for 5 years. It's still shrink wrapped. I've never opened it up, never watched it. I love this show, love Timothy Olyphant, and I've never watched the final season. I cannot believe it. I've never watched the final season. I didn't stream it, and I didn't watch it on here. But I've got the DVD set, or the DVD of the final, however many episodes there are in the season. Just sitting there. This is sitting here, kind of weird. This comes from my last high school reunion. They made these things up. That was we were red and white generally was our colors. And this should be all of the seniors that I graduated with. It doesn't seem like there's 404 of them here, but I graduated with 404 kids. So, got that there. Notice I told you that story without telling you what rank I graduated in among 404. I did. I got away with that. Here is a love me some. I just, as a kid, I used to just build things and make things, and I tell you, I love me some needle nose pliers. And these have a spring in them, so they spring back open by themselves. And I'm plenty used to using my ring finger like this. I use my middle finger to pull it closed, and then I use my ring finger to push it back open again and grab something else and squeeze it or twist it or shape it, But this has got a spring in it, so it's even better. And I've got all sizes of these. I probably have 4 of these. Long nose, even longer nose than these, and then just ones that are bigger, physically bigger and stuff like that. 39 minutes, this is insane. I got more stuff, but okay, here I got to do this one. This is the brass off of the round from a Garand that they shot at my dad's funeral. They shot 21 gun salute, so 7 people, 7 Marines, active Marines, 3 rounds each. So I had 3 of these they gave me. And I've given one to my sister and one to my cousin Tim, who was like a brother to me and, to a son to my dad. So I gave one to Tim, one to my sister, and I kept one. It was a blank, of course, and this is the brass from it. So that's sitting there, kind of along with the challenge coin. And I've got more, but maybe I'll stop here because this is at 40 minutes, which I know is insane, but people always say, make them longer or make them at least as long. Okay, look, if you need to go, just go. Okay, no hard feelings. Seriously, I don't. That came out bad. If you need to go, just go. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant seriously. If you need to go, just stop it and maybe pause it or stop it. And YouTube will generally remember where you were. If you come back to it sometime, if you want to see what in the world else I'm going to pull out of this desk right here. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to keep going. This will be the longest one I've ever done, but I don't expect anybody to watch it to the finish. If you do, I believe there's a cash prize involved. Seriously, send me your PayPal account, and I will make something happen for you. Because you're a hero. You're a superhero. And I'm trying to stay back away from the camera. That's right. I need to leave more room. Don is still standing. Good job, Don. Here's some banana plugs for audio, right? Banana plugs, black and red. They're black and red. And you unthread them and put the wire through there and thread those on. And you notice these all are not used. There's a whole. I think I just dumped them all out. No, they're okay. Yeah, there they all are. I'm missing one set when I put this one back to submit. So I must have one set that I did use, but the bottom row. But I have wired up. I'm running out of places to put stuff. I have wired up my surround sound 7.1 speaker systems and subwoofers and side surrounds and back surrounds, rear surrounds and front center speakers and everything. I've wired them up so many times, like at least 10 times, and they take a while. And they'd go a lot faster if I had those banana plugs on them. Yes, they would. But no, and it's not solid copper, of course. It's stranded, so you gotta the strands are always getting away, and you can't let one of those strands touch the other. The black can't touch the red. No, so you got to make sure you comb them down again and make sure they're all nice again before you put them. It's a thing. It's a hassle. So I finally decided to at least order those from Amazon. So it's a set of 10 or 12, and that's not enough, but it'll at least give me a start with 10 or 12 of my speaker connections that'll be banana plugs. Whew, thank you. Yeah, here's chapstick. Always got chapstick around. Always using chapstick. I'll use it right now because don't like having chapped lips. So there's every place that I could possibly, like, especially if I sleep, and I do sleep right here. I slept right here last night, the whole night. Not on purpose. I fell asleep. I was going to stay up late and watch a movie, and it was about midnight or 1 a.m., and I just went and fell asleep. And I had 5 monitors on, 3 lights on, both sets of speakers on, 3 iPads, probably none of them on Do Not Disturb. My phone was probably on Do Not was not on Do Not Disturb. I mean, I just crashed, like I just suddenly fell into a coma. Oh, get that chapstick over there so I don't come across the kid. All right, I know I'm 43 minutes, but please, you don't have to. Don't stay if it's cathartic for me, and plus kind of fun to go through here and see what the fuck I'm gonna find next. This is one of those you stick it into your vent on your car, and then you tighten this thing down, and then it locks in, and then this thing here, which way? Yeah, goes this way, and there's a little button you push there, and see how the little ears came open, and then you put it down, and it grabs a hold of your phone, and when you want your phone back out, you push this button here, and push and hold, and the ears open up. Take your phone out. This doesn't work in the car I'm borrowing right now. I tried, but that's why it's here now. It's because it didn't work. It's just a matter of the length of these things just wasn't lining up well with the vents, and it just wouldn't stay. It kept falling off. Not the phone. This fell off several times. But this does work on my car. If I ever get my car back, I will put this back on. Where's the car? Somebody just asked me that today. And whose stream was I in? Ashley's, I think. Yeah. And somebody asked me, where the hell is your car? Because how do they know I didn't have it? I don't know. I must have said something about, when I get my car back, I will do X. You know, and they say, you don't have your car back? Where's your car? You know, you've been without that car for, I don't know. Damn, I need to look. I bet it's been 2 months. And they've been telling me that's 2 weeks away from repair, you know. Well, but then we changed gears, no pun intended, to using a whole different engine, rebuilt. And it had to come from Japan through a deal they had in Russia. They bought several of them at once, and then they all were shipped to Russia from Japan, and it didn't take a day or two. No, it took a long time. And then they got from Russia to Canada, and then when I talked to the place last, they said it's in Canada. I'm like, whew, good, it's getting closer. I'll walk to Canada and roll it home on a dolly myself back to St. Louis. You know, you guys should be able to get the damn thing from Canada. And they said, yeah, you know, 2 days, and we'll have it down here, and then 6 more days. So theoretically 8 days from now I'll have my car back. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath. But I'm anxious for it to come back. Very anxious. Because the car I'm borrowing is front wheel drive, and it's a V6, and it's an automatic transmission. That's 3 strikes against it. I can't tell you how many different ways I hate the thing. It doesn't have Bluetooth for my connection to my stereo, you know, so I can't. Music is hard to listen to. That's 4 strikes, and especially when I just put $1,000 into audio in my car. New head unit that does FLAC audio and MP3s, and of course it does Bluetooth, and it does Spotify, and then I also needed 4 speakers because I blew one 6x6 and one 6x9, and they couldn't be a pair. No, they had to be 2 different ones, so I had to buy 4 more. And so I got it all in there, and it works great for the 10 minutes that I had in my car before it tried to kill me 3 or 4 times, and those are in my other YouTube videos. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the car back. What else we got here? Okay, yeah, this is here's some ammo. Hornady, Critical Duty. These are they're special. Why is this such a small box? And there's only like 25 in here. Is because they are hollow point special. Special hollow point, matter of fact. It's a hollow point with a little rubber tip there. And the idea is that a regular hollow point, if it doesn't have that in there, when it hits clothing, it'll start to open up already and give away energy just going through a jacket or something like that. And so in theory anyway, this is just like a pencil. It feels just like a pencil eraser. This is supposed to get through the clothing and the jacket and not bloom open until it hits something more solid. And I'm going to do a discussion about ammo or guns or anything else. I'll just tell you this is safer. Well, I'm not going to miss anybody, but let's say theoretically somebody else missed the bad guy they were shooting at that was in their house. This round will not over-penetrate. It won't go through 3 or 4 layers of drywall and just keep on going and go into another bedroom and, you know, injure or kill your, you know, your spouse or whoever. No. Fuck me, what am I trying to say? The hollow point, it'll open up, it'll bloom open right away, and it'll give away all of its energy right there at the thing that it hits, which is either a piece of drywall or the person. Either way, it'll give up all of its energy right there, bloom open, and it'll put a big hole in something, but that's better than a full metal jacket, which is solid, you know, smooth. That thing will penetrate multiple sheets of drywall. It really will. So this is safer than full metal jacket. Anyway, so I have, you know, a precious 25 of those. I don't shoot them. I shoot a few at the range just to make sure the gun cycles that ammo, but you know, they're expensive, so I keep them in my gun just when I'm carrying it. I don't shoot them. I unload those and I load it up with, you know, 3,000 rounds of regular 9mm ammo. I don't love this. Where's this blue come from? Why did somebody think that was okay in a green? I tried to do the green t-shirt and the green shirt just actually to prove that I had more than like 3 shirts. I think I've done like 40 of these videos and they all have the same 3 shirts. Not really, but kind of 4 or 5, you know, not this one. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna wear something different for a change. And this is a pot holder. I know it doesn't look very interesting, but it is actually this. What's this word here? Tovala? Yeah, Tovala. I always get confused whether it's an O or an A or what. I call it Tivoli or something, but no, it's Tovala. This is a smart. They give you one of these, and they give. It's got a pouch. You know, it's got a pocket. You can put your hand into it. But it's only one, and it turns out I need 2 anyway, so I just grab another one. But it's a smart oven. One of my great friends, the same one that told me about the haircut. I talk to her all the time, and she said, it seems like you eat a pizza every day. Every time I talk to you, you're eating pizza. You should eat better. You know. So I'm like, all right. So I saw this thing, and I researched it somewhat, and it's a smart oven. It reads, and they send you the food too. You can get 3 meals per week, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm staying low. I'm just getting 3, and they came today. They come every Tuesday, and you get to pick from a list of, I don't know, 10 or 12. You get to pick the 3 that you want that week, and they change that list of 12 so that you're picking different ones. And it has a barcode on it, and you push the button on the oven that says scan, and it scans that barcode. And now it knows what it's doing, and you just basically dump everything else that's in the box. Just dump it in there. It can be 1 tray, it can be 2 trays. There's a little reservoir to add some water, and it holds water, and it puts the water in there when it wants to. But it knows what temperature, how many minutes, and then cool it down from 425 down to 350, and then at 350 it bakes for a little longer, and it keeps track of all that. And then it's got an app, so you can actually watch it if you want to on your phone or whatever, and you'll see that it's 8 minutes into this cycle, and in 2 more minutes it'll be done. Then it's going to downshift to a different temperature, or it'll be done altogether, and then it beeps at you in the kitchen, and it's done. And I've done it twice, 3 times. I've had 3. Yeah, I've had 3 meals, and they're good. They're really good. They're balanced, and there's a salad, and there's green beans or broccoli or something, and then there's a lot of chicken dishes, and actually one of the ones I got today was salmon. And I wouldn't have picked that, but there's a window of time that you can choose, and I missed the email, and the email said you got to pick by 6 p.m. Central Time Wednesday, and it was already past that. So they said, if you don't pick, we'll pick for you. And I'm like, oh God. And so I got an email like yesterday or day before, and they said, here's what's coming. And I'm looking at it, cringing, going, yep, that looks good. Yep, that looks fine. Turkey wrap kind of a thing or whatever. And then the third thing was crusted almond salmon something or other. I'm like, I'm not a real big seafood eater. So anyway, this is 52. No, it's gonna be 53 minutes. I'm gonna stop real soon here, I promise. Okay, what do you got? Drumsticks. Yep. Guess that these are Cena's. Cena sent me these drumsticks and signed them. So I got drumsticks. Yep. Believe it or not, I have these around more than you'd think. I'm always messing around with drumsticks while I'm listening to music. I'm clicking away on stuff. So I use those more than you might think. And I know, I'm wearing away the signature. I'll get another pair. I thought I saw one more thing. Oh yeah, of interest. Yeah, this is a sad interest. These are 1 terabyte SSDs drives. 1 terabyte each. 2 terabytes of emptiness on here. And my C drive, especially on this one computer I'm on here, is always screaming at me that it's out of space. And I look, and yes, it is. It's out of space. So I always have to do some gyrations to try to give it a little bit more space, because I understand when it's out of elbow room, it's out. And man, oh man, could 2 terabytes fix that problem, but I haven't got around to them. They're still in a cardboard box. Turns out, when they're in a cardboard box about 3 feet away from the thing, it doesn't help it. Nope, I have to actually put them in the tower. Haven't done that yet. Okay, let's call it. What do you think? I think I went through most of the crazy crap. Yeah, let's not look for other crazy crap. There is some more, but not anything that's worth. You're like, none of the other stuff was worth either. But it gets worse. Probably. There's another firecracker. Another short fuse. Look at that. Can you see? I put it up against something like that. Yeah, it's a short fuse. Damn. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'll throw it. I'll light it and throw it. Oh, I do have one. Yeah, I just came across this. This is it's got a real tactile, rubbery kind of thing to it. It's got a nice feel to it. And I'm not going to be able to get far enough away to do this properly, probably. But you got this like this, and I have a little holster for it. I don't know when I'm going to carry it, but anyway, you go like that, and now it's a baton. It goes from there to my grip. It's 8 pounds of solid steel, and when somebody gets whacked in the side of their kneecap with this thing, or heaven forbid, if I feel the need to whack them in the head with it, it's defensive use only, of course. But I have commercial need. I was just collapsing it back down to its former size. Yeah, yes. I do have an actual paying commercial need for stuff like that, and they actually bought that for me along with that bulletproof vest it's in my Instagram. Maybe that's my Facebook too. Class 3A plus. It'll stop any pistol round, every pistol round, and some rifle rounds. So, yeah, that's good enough. We're at 56 minutes. I can't do an hour long. This is going to be like a streaming session. Do an hour. Okay, so I'm going to keep it under an hour. I'm finding the buttons. Seriously, if you made it to here, I should have put words every 10 minutes, like a keyword every 10 minutes, and if you could have given me all the keywords, you could say you finished it and tell me all the 6 keywords, cash prize. I still may do cash prize, so go ahead and hit me up in the comments or something, or DM me or whatever. Thanks a lot, seriously. I didn't know what I was going to do, but it's cathartic for me just sometimes just to sit down here and just talk, to whoever. I'm still looking at me, damn it. I'm sorry, I didn't look at the camera much at all. No, except to look at the time. Well, that doesn't tell me. That's not the camera either. But anyway, I should look at the camera more. I'm sorry. That's not. I'm not very good at this. I'm not a professional. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's cathartic for me to be able to just talk to you. And I've heard some people say that's actually cathartic for them. They're doing other stuff. They're editing video, or they're making some soundproofing for their walls or something, and they're also watching and listening to this, and they're the ones that say make them longer. Do it. It's soothing, and they've used that word, so this one ought to be pretty much soothing and pretty much cathartic and all that, because it's going on 57.5 minutes. So let me get out of here. I don't think I'm going to try to edit it. Nah, I'm just going to put it up. So sorry, it's long, way long. I promise I won't make any longer or anywhere near as long as this. I promise that. Okay, thanks a lot. If you're still here, I can't thank you enough. Appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.